play that they executed in that last game.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You talked about how C9 never give up. C9 are 7-0 in elimination games this split. They've been one game away from being eliminated from the season games, 7 times and have won every single one. Beating TSM, winning the tiebreaker, 3-0 in Gravity, the last 2 in a row here. Backs against the wall, C9 are 7-0 this split. We'll see if that's going to be what happens.
You have more
here.
support when you're against the wall.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And we'll see if LemonNation is going to be good enough support for these guys. So
they got Kalista. Whoa,
Azir was left up from both sides. The Shen ban was more valuable after seeing the Vayne ban.
Azir is also up, so they're trading Kalista for Azir here.
That's weird.
Cloud9 have to take up the Azir in their first round. The only question is, what will they add with it? Alistar has been used over and over for Impulse. I actually like, I don't like to give up Kalista for anything, but if I'm going to give it up, I definitely take the Azir. Because Azir can control so many zones, and it makes it fairly hard for Kalista to teamfight. But man, that is a big pickup for Impulse. Even Apollo, a lot of people have been banning Kalista against him, even when he was only playing Sivir.
Yeah.
He has used the champion, much more obviously in solo queue, but I think he, check.
There's the Azir, there's the Elise. Azir, as you said, high with Gragas off the table. Nidalee still banned, as it has been the rest of the games here.
He got it one time during the regular season. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the trade. Impulse opted into this one. Rush now. No Gragas, no Elise, no Nidalee. The Evelynn no longer has a Shen to support him, so the Ekko comes through.
All the stops are coming out here. Game number 5. Rush Ekko. Interesting. He performed very well on Gragas, so I'm very open-minded now
back
to Cinderhulk Rush.
Yeah, and the Lulu that was so kind of feared by C9.
Yeah, so many times.
Banned 3 of the 5 games, unpicked once, now grabbed by Gate. They've already got Kalista, so it's not like it's a big Kog'Maw comp anymore, of course, but
it doesn't, like,
interesting.
You build it, if you're building attack speed on your AD carry, then it's great.
Yeah.
And Kalista is one of the AD carries that does build a lot of attack speed very early, so it is great. I also really like it because Kalista does spike earlier, doesn't have to wait for crit builds to come in.
True.
Similar thing with why I like the Kog'Maw with it, because you can
item.
group up and you can get using it a lot earlier. So there are a lot of similarities there that I think are good.
I think this also needs impact on a carry. You've got a support mid laner, a tank jungler. I really want to see impact on, like, his mate.
You're saying it's a tank jungler. This is Rush. He very well could try and go AP Ekko.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right. Sneaky push down.
It's a possibility.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Sneaky push down to the Tristana here. Kalista grabbed up. Tristana's going to be strong. Good backline threat. A big tank wall already building up here as Cloud9 have picked up Maokai for balls.
Yeah, back to the old standard there for him.
You pretty much don't out-damage Azir Trist. So what Impulse goes for is going to be interesting. They don't know the full bot lane matchup. Cloud9 have delayed their support pickup. Impulse could say, let's go for a poke team. Of course, this could be top lane Lulu, keep in mind. I didn't consider that at the very beginning.
Yeah, poke team. I mean, you could get... They already have Lulu locked in, though, and Kalista as well.
This is
whoa!
Oh,
he locked
Vel'Koz! Vel'Koz picked up. I think that's Gate.
No. Well, okay, so it's Impact.
Janna.
Okay, so yeah, so it's Impact is going to take up the Lulu.
Top lane Lulu into Maokai.
So, okay, so the reason we talked about a little bit of why poke is good into Azir with the Varus pick. Vel'Koz has a lot of kill pressure in lane.
Yeah.
Vel'Koz puts out a tremendous amount of damage. I'm definitely going to see
You mentioned pulling in all the stops here, Kobe.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to have to show it, now's the time to have to.
Oh,
Game 5, you've got to win this one. Rush brings out, I believe, his first Ekko. Gate brings out the first Vel'Koz of the North American LCS. This one I'm confident about, by the way.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely Gates.
You're definitely right.
First Vel'Koz.
I mean, yeah, it's the right idea, right? You have the long range damage. He also even has long range CC. It is hard to hit as an initiation, though. So
and the Karma comes back for LemonNation. I actually like this a lot. C9
oh, yeah.
Go back to having an aggressive lane. They've got an Elise to back it up. C9 have all the elements they need of a good composition.
Yeah, I do especially like speed boost coming from the support this time around. Even though everyone's been hating on the Karma for LemonNation, he's put in so much time on it for him.
Yeah.
Definitely has been one of his stronger champions. We'll see if it actually pays off for them ever, because he hasn't had much success with it yet.
Well, he was winning in the regular season with it, and then he's lost all his playoff games with it.
True.
Like, you remember like the old comps for these guys earlier on for C9, it was the shield comps. It was you're running a Lulu and Orianna mid lane, the Karma support, the front line wouldn't die, and it just worked out. It was a bunch of Shyvana compositions sometimes. Yeah. And the playoffs hasn't been as good. People said, oh, it's the Karma's fault. I'm not sure I necessarily agree. We're getting ourselves into Game 5. Cloud9 bringing the Azir for Incarnation. Team Impulse bringing out 2 new things for themselves, the Ekko and the mid Vel'Koz.
Yeah.
Either team that loses this game, their season is over. They are doing nothing until next year.
Worried a little bit for this Vel'Koz because Elise is extremely scary.
Very true.
Early when you're on low mobility carry in the mid lane like Vel'Koz.
Yep. Well,
they have teleport Maokai.
It's going to be tough. We'll see what happens. And now for one last time, head over to Twitter and let us know who you think will be victorious. Tweet at LOL Esports, either hashtag TIP win, or if you think Cloud9 will come out ahead. Once again, it's hashtag reverse sweep. Here we go. Game 5. Elimination on the line, or a match with Team Liquid for a spot at the World Championship. This is the game. This is what it's all down to. Team Impulse versus Cloud9.
There's the star of Champion Select. Let's see if he maxes his Void Rift first for some clear.
You normally learn W at level 1. We'll see what ends up happening here with these guys. Every single person has the same item except the supports, but different GP tags. Impulse going for a team invade. They don't quite kill off the Trinket Ward in the river. Creation does kill the mid lane one. Deep ward will spot if it's a Gromp start.
Yeah.
For both sides.
Both teams getting him down, yeah. So, actually, Incarnation runs the barrier to try and avoid some extra burst there from Gate. But Vel'Koz's Tectonic Disruption, the knockup, is actually not a knockup. And it's like a subtype of stun. It's called Suspension. So you can actually get rid of it. It's reduced by Tenacity, and you can cleanse it. Very few people ever try that. But you could. Little known fact.
It also knocks him away a little bit, so Gate can create some gaps. Adrian does go to stop the Grump, gets 8 gold, and Steaky's at half health. So slight edge, no sustain in this bottom lane for C9. And no XP gained yet by the Janna, though. Adrian around the wings. Duo jungle happens pretty cleanly. Nice early trade. Incarnation got level 2 first.
Oh, yeah.
He got the help doing the Raptors thanks to Maokai, and just bullying Gate already in this one.
Wonder if he would have taken Cleanse if he did know, even. If it's worth it.
I don't think so.
It's
so
not,
little.
yeah, because it's not that long.
I think you want Barry to not die to Vel'Koz if he actually lands the combo on you.
No, being able to move is a big part of it.
Yeah, you're right.
We will never know. Paulo able to get level 2 here at the same time. Yeah, that's something we didn't touch on as well. Oh, never mind. We have high invading rush. Let's take a look. Looks like it'll just be wasted time for high.
Still wants to fight him. Trinket ward over the wall. Rush does have smite, as does high.
Nobody collapsing either. Junglers are by themselves. Smite fight.
Smite fight, and it goes to high. Picks it up, holds Rush down.
Yeah, he got a combo with the
Q.
Uh-oh.
But Gate's still on the way, and Lulu can show up as well. High would have to burn Flash. He flashes in as Rush to make this happen, and there's the flash away by High.
Flashed for the slow, huh, Rush?
Yeah, applies red buff, then triggers the passive.
Yeah, but I'm saying not worth. Regardless, Flash is traded.
Ended up being a trade, and here comes the re-engage there, triggers the W passive, and they're still fighting Impact, pushing into the high. The flashless Elise gates around. Impact flashes for the Glitter Lance, lands even more damage, but Balls is here to buy some time. Slowed down further by Vel'Koz, and there's the knockup. And they really want this one. Team Impulse still pushing through. Balls will have to TP, or flash out rather. Impact does not quite get the dive he wants, but
it's not over yet.
They really want this one. Here's the W in from Rush. There's first blood to Gate. Flashes out, dies to the turret though, and this dive is ill-fated. Here comes Azir. Rush might be the second death here. Sapling will hit.
Just gonna tag him. Cannon minion claims Rush. So
it's a red buff.
Operation Steal the Little Wolf turns out in favor of Cloud9 in the end.
All right. 2 kills both on Balls here. A 2-0 Maokai. Definitely a nice thing. No assists across the board, by the way. So those are all solo kills. It's just money specifically on Gate and on Balls here. By the way, 22 minion disparity in mid, though. Incarnation is crushing Gate right now.
Yeah, Gate went for the roam and went to help out with that play, which ended up turning around and costing him a summoner as well. So not only did that get turned around 2 for 1 in Cloud9's favor, but he lost out on a whole bunch of minions in the mid lane and will be flashless without any dash as Vel'Koz in the mid lane. Extremely bad position for Gate to be in. Not the way they wanted this Vel'Koz matchup to go.
Yeah, this is tricky for him.
Plus, this is a minion.
So unfortunate.
Tragic.
Despite the kill, I guess with the kill, he's actually tied in gold up against Incarnation, but it's going to be a tricky thing to be in. First recall comes through, 1,200 gold on Tristana. She's going to let the wave push into her.
Oh. Well, they are off to that early lead.
Yeah, true.
And they have the Tristana Azir for later. So
yes. C9 are definitely well set up in this game.
It's a good position to be in. Gate is putting a lot of points, at least into W first. No surprise there. Wants to clear the wave. Void Rift is your go-to spell for wave clear.
Level 6 versus 4, though. Incarnation is ridiculously far ahead. Even has some defensive wards available. High, spotted out. Good warding by Gate, but he's still got to be afraid here. And I don't know how you salvage his mid lane, but when Vel'Koz is a large portion of your damage, it's going to be pretty tough.
Well, you have to go with the plan from earlier in the series, where Gate just doesn't die. Try and just not die.
Yeah.
He tries to get CS from ranged. Luckily, he's Vel'Koz. And avoid giving up another death to the Elise here. As you can see, High did make a visit. They've got double pink wards because Incarnation can easily defend them. You always want to get extra pink wards around your lanes that are already winning, because not only can you continue to gank that lane and win a 2 versus 2, but they're easily defensible. And your laner that is winning can keep them on the field for longer.
High looking to make a play up on this side. Impact is missing Flash, as is High, but that's all right.
I love how High is just not intimidated by Rush at all.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? You're on Ekko. Your early game's weaker. I'm going to come in with Elise, try and make something happen in your jungle. And it worked out in the end. Definitely touch and go there.
Absolutely was, but all is well. So, High, small lead over Rush overall. Top lane matchup close and farm despite the 2 kills. All with a cowl.
It's just painful to watch.
It really, really is. 35 CS the difference. Bot lane matchup almost equivalent despite the first pick Kalista not pulling a lot of weight just yet in this game.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Once Tristana hits level 6, Tristana has a very good combo for bursting Kalista before Kalista can stack up any Ren stacks and just destroying her in a trade.
Thankfully, the recalls are both fairly nice for both players. BF Sword Trish is scary, but lifesteal is already here for Kalista, so she should be topped off at all times.
Plus, thankfully for Apollo, he's got Janna, who can help him out in the lane phase, which is going to be necessary.
Trade of wards. Impulses was more valuable, though, so C9 can feel good. 1,000 gold lead for the team that's only up 1 kill. So there's 700 gold worth of farm that C9 is winning by. Definitely a lead to be happy about for C9 fans.
Ooh, Rush and High meet again.
Hello, level 6 for both these guys. Repel gonna do a little bit, but Rush is gonna have the stun available. High's gotta be careful. There's the tectonic everything. And Gate gets a kill picked up. Knockback on a Rush. Incarnation wants to be in this fight, but Rush comes back around, forcing the flash. And now Impact shows to make it better. The knockup comes through, balls the round, but not doing a whole hell of a lot. It's the Tristana though, it's sneaky. He's gonna pick up Rush. That will be the kill. The summoner heal not gonna be enough. The trade comes through though. Impact is in this fight. LemonNation finds a bit of a route. Adrian though on the chase. Balls is flashless, is slowed. The Q misses by Kalista, but it's not gonna matter too much here. Adrian shields himself to stay alive. Apollo gets the kill. Impulse pick up 3 for 1.
Elise face checking Ekko is the worst possible case scenario for High. If he doesn't have Fog of War advantage to hit the Elise combo, he got no cocoon off. Ekko already stacked up the 3-hit passive before High was even able to attack. And that just meant Cloud9 were down 1 from the very beginning here. Yeah, High just walks right past him. Ekko got the full chunk off, and High, there's nothing, you can't do anything this entire time. It's annihilated by Gate. Cloud9 try and take it anyway because they call in the teleport from Maokai, and because Incarnation is so far ahead of Gate. But even with Gate being out of mana and having to leave there, Impact walks his way over.
He tried to walk into the Adrian ulti.
Yeah.
And then it's the chase down.
Yep,
easy
and
enough
balls,
to do.
Balls can get away.
Lulu getting into mid-game fights is so valuable. Right now, Balls doesn't have a ton of mana or CDR, so Impact actually does a lot in these fights.
Incarnation ran Doom there as well.
Pretty important stuff. Trade comes back through. Balls using his 40-second cooldown ulti to win a bit of a trade. Clears the minions. Feels good.
But yeah, if Elise face checks Ekko like that and gets taken out before your skirmish even really begins, really difficult to make keep going with that one.
Flash forced. Apollo had to get away from the chance for cocoon.
Yeah, you really got to respect the burst from Trist as well.
Super close game. We've seen a couple kills come through on one side. They get answered back for the next 4 minutes. And this is the game that determines a chance at playing for Worlds. 11 minutes neck and neck. A trade once again. TIP not shying away from these lane matchups.
And now it's Rush who's venturing into the jungle to get deep wards, while High still sitting on this pink ward. It would be a 2 versus 2, and if High went first, it would be disastrous. He does not go first though.
Spiderling reveals, stuns up Rush. Mid lane is a 40 CS disadvantage though. Incarnation is absolutely destroying this lane. Balls goes for another trade against Impact here. But it is Catalyst on this Lulu. Roa is the very, very common top lane Lulu buy now, ever since the AP item changes a few patches back.
Yeah.
A lot of ability power.
Gonna be shoving that lane in again as well. Remember, Balls does not have teleport. I mean, neither of them have teleport, but Balls is the one getting pressured into the turret and running out of mana. So Impact will have a lot of pressure up on that top side with no jungler support.
Gates going Morelos. Of course, the standard Nashor's Tooth on the side of Incarnation's Azir. So far, very normal item builds. LemonNation once again rushing the tier 2. Oh, they push in though. LemonNation gonna take some real damage across this one. A knockback by Adrian to buy some time. He's still the target of attention. Apollo will not ult him away. But slowly but surely, Cloud9 are winning this duo lane, up now 11 minions. Solid stuff from that crew.
Yep, and they do have wards this time on the bottom side of the map. Scouting Rush there. Looks like he's going to go for a gank on top side. Balls did find actually the pink ward up in the side brush as well. So he could do a lane gank wrapping around through the top brush. Maokai's a great setup for Elise.
They're going for the play. Sneaky did jump back. There's the flashback in. Ignite is on. He's got no way out. Sneaky sticks into a 1v2. Gets punished for it. Well played, Impulse.
Wow. Good hit there from Sneaky.
didn't see Kalista Janna killing him with Rocket Jump.
Didn't see the beginning of it.
It was just simply casting spells at him. Just tossing Kalista ulti.
Oh, flash from Adrian to engage it.
Yeah, he re-engaged after the buster shot, basically. Just landed a W, and it was enough.
Well, looks like Balls actually did find that pink ward up in the side brush.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's still there.
I thought he dropped one on it.
That means lane gank is going to be nearly impossible for High.
Yeah. Too bad because Maokai, Twisted Advance, great setup for the Cocoon. You can chain a whole bunch of CC with that combo. Hovering around mid lane again, though. Everybody's hovering around mid lane.
Oh, can they pick off Incarnation? All summoners and ulti available. Gate staying -40. So that's actually, the mid lane's managed to equalize somewhat. Or stagnate, rather. It's obviously -40, but it's not growing.
That was the goal, to try and just not die, CS from afar, hold on.
Yeah. 30 CS is 500 gold, but that's just going to stay 500 gold. Next time, that means less. Bottom lane turret under fire. Blade of the Ruin King and Zerk agrees.
They could teleport to that ward.
Impact
not
can
to
too.
go for it.
Impact could too, and they don't go for it. All right, so TIP, the first turret of the game, and now 1,500 gold up.
Yeah, I got
mid lane. Gonna get it back.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Back to 1,000 gold. Mid laners 30 apart. High walking back to the bottom side. Dragons on the field. Not been a very dragon-focused series we've had, but still means something. Scuttler goes into C9, so no easy sneak for Impulse. Impact actually starting to win against Balls here, plus 20 minions in that lane. And
Sneaky again
gets found out. Whoa! And they throw Adrian in, maybe a bit more than is needed. I think they're trying to contest blue buff, though, against High. Incarnation's around. This is very greedy by Impulse. But Rush and Gate are coming back in a contest. Pink ward will get cleared out. TIP get vision control back, and they will try to steal this blue away.
Yeah, they chunked down Sneaky so far. Not that greedy. Able to get it pretty easily. And that should be Dragon as well.
Wow.
Now, very interesting how this Impulse team fight is going to go as well. They have so many shields and heals and time travel to save people. It's going to be extremely difficult, actually, for Cloud9 to focus one target down.
Yeah, who do you focus?
Kalista ultimate. I mean, Gate is probably the target, but he's going to be so far back. It's very hard to get back to the Vel'Koz on this squad. And then they have all of their defensive spells with sort of the double supports. Gonna need some chain CC there from the Elise Maokai, probably.
Nice by Sneaky, though. Plenty of attack damage. Gets a lot of damage on this turret, but be careful because Adrian is around. Dodges the knockup, though. And they are still going to play aggressive. This turret will go down. The team's coming in. Here we go. The fight begins. Adrian just exploded. No ulti was up for Apollo. He didn't have it anyway.
Yeah, well, Apollo is pushing the bottom line. He's not even in the area.
The bottom tier 2 going to take some very real damage. Plenty of attack speed in this champ. JP trying to push him around. Balls walk through a ward. He's going to walk through another one here.
They go for a kill. They get the kill, but they give up a turret to do it. Tier 2 is under fire. It's getting pretty low.
It will die. There's no one around to stop this. So bot tier 2 for top lane tier 1 and the kill. Adrian did die for this. And another trade of objectives. 1,000 gold separates these teams in game 5. Loser ends their season here.
1,000 gold spread out amongst the whole team means very little. This is all about your back timings and completed items right now for the next team fight. Get so sad when they miss.
The worst feeling.
All right.
They used to have more armor than other minions, so like it would be harder to last hit them. But that changed like a year ago, and now it's just on you.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if Cloud9 can get a. Well, wow. Balls actually did use his teleport to get back there, so they're working with teleport disadvantage.
It's always scary. Impulse are known to make really great tower dive plays based off teleport advantages, so.
Yeah, so that move up top to get the outer turret and the kill on the support did cost Cloud9 quite a lot, actually. Balls, not only does he not have teleport, but it's extended here. Will they go for a tower dive once Tristana gets here? Lemon actually shows really early, so maybe not.
Wave cleared away pretty cleanly. Impact gets most of it.
It's Lulu. It's pretty hard to go for pressuring here. Impulse have reinforcements on the way. They should be able to arrive and defend.
Well, at least trying to stop Kalista on the top side, so that's going to be a 1v1 over there.
Well, 2v1.
On the bot side.
Azir in tail. High's trying to bait him in. And he does.
Happen. Here comes the fight, and the teleports come in. Impact wants to be part of this one. Balls can join as well. Turret gets summoned. Apollo goes in for Incarnation. Pinned against the wall. Takes him down. Cloud9 get a kill picked up. Impact wants to be part of this one, but takes a turret shot on the way out. High could have the damage. He will do so. The flash does it. A 2-for-0 for C9.
All right, let's see what Impulse can answer with. They're trying to go mid here. Everything misses.
You got a turrets. Dead on a couple of sides here. Mid lane does still stand, though. Turret for 2 kills, good for C9. 300 gold separates the teams. Incarnation 180 CS on Azir, highest in the game.
So this High and Incarnation able to move up to the top lane. And remember, this was without the ball's teleport, so the teleport couldn't have been answered. The turret being raised definitely caught them off guard.
I don't know why Apollo jumped toward the turret when he saw Incarnation.
Yeah.
You got to get towards that, Brad.
So it does take a while before the turret becomes active and can start firing, but they took so long. Lulu coming in doesn't have the burst necessary.
No. Yeah, I think Impact took 3 turret shots, which is about 600 health that he lost. Made him die. Because the fight was close to where Azir could help. Bot lane taking some damage, sneaky dodge to the stun, but this turret's still losing a lot of HP. Cloud9 looking for their 3rd and final outer turret kill.
No teleports for either side, so it will be the strict 4-man defense here from Impulse, and they're already getting cold feet.
Vel'Koz W-Max into Morelos into Leandries. It's his build. Riley's 2nd for Incarnation will make him very good at chasing people down and a bit more durable.
He's going to be safer than this Vel'Koz, actually, unless they want to use their shields instead of on Apollo. If they have to use them defensively on gate, yeah. That would reduce their damage output, though, because
they do have a Janna anyway. There are, I think, some target agnostic disengage tools.
True.
But yeah, it's interesting. The backline is definitely scary from Impulse. They have way more poke.
Double item, it's the 2-item power spike here from Kalista as well. Impulse need to use this. They've got the Blade Hurricane from Apollo.
They're gonna try here.
If they Janna shield as well as picks Apollo.
Azir's got wave clear, but he's zoned out by the fact that Impact can threaten him. So mid lane outer goes down. Impulse get their 4th turret this game.
Dragon in 10 seconds. Blue steal, then Dragon is definitely on the menu. Balls does have teleport, no home guards, but Righteous Glory is completed. Cloud9 make the call to try and shove both waves.
Zeke's done on Lemon as well. Not yet done on Adrian. It'll only let the main target of Apollo crit. Hurricane bolts do not crit. So a little bit weird to go for that item, actually.
Yeah, especially with Kalista. Kalista doesn't care about crit.
And you can go Talisman of Ascension as well to get the team out, but Impact taking some damage. Ulti pops, Incarnation! Down to 1/3 though.
Maybe he tethers with gate.
Oh, they flash in, the knockup comes through. Incarnation is gonna get knocked up and Rush gets the kill.
All right, can they continue to pressure the turret afterwards? They're moving up.
That's all their wave clear. How does C9 even stop them at this point?
LemonNation, Karma Spam.
Karma Spam, a couple of saplings.
Yeah, Tristana can't effectively clear either. Static Shiv not done.
Ekko goes for the zoning. Rush gotta be careful, he's gotta get jumped on! He gets bursted out a little bit, pops the ulti to run, and Gate's low. Sneaky jumps in, can't quite find the kill.
Sneaky flash forward!
He flashes for nothing, basically. High losing health as well. Rush on the side, big damage from Apollo. This will be the turret if the wave comes in time.
That Adrian ultimate with Janna. Monsoon disengage. Able to keep everybody safe. So they get the kill. They use pretty much everything, but aren't able to grab the turret afterwards. So in the end, again, just a small gold swing there. Impulse able to claim it, though. And they were also able to get a lot of warding done during that time.
Well, that's big.
Cloud9 had taken over, but Impulse just put up a whole bunch of extra new wards.
Yeah, Impulse owned the right side jungle. The problem is, though, Blue Buff and Dragon are both gone for the next 3 minutes, so there's very little to use. Bot lane tier 2 is also gone. There's actually nothing for Impulse to do on that side of the map. Those wards they got, I feel like, are really low value. C9 might just be fine.
The thing about those turrets already being down, though, is it makes it very dangerous for any of Cloud9 to try and CS on that side of the map.
Yeah, you're right.
So if
go for the kills.
Cloud9 have to be very careful going through their own jungle when they're trying to move from lane to lane and just farm. This Impulse squad, huge spike, as we talked about, with the double items for Kalista and all these shields that come from the supports, hitting level 9 on all of the support first max spells.
Elixir bot by Gate. He's as spiked as you get. I think his items are much scarier than Incarnation's, actually.
Yeah, he's got the Elixir as well. Plus Luden's Ekko here for Impact's second item.
Oh, wow. So damage-focused build. There's actually multiple threats here.
There's a huge mid-game here for Impulse.
And another ulti pop. They're looking to do some damage to balls. A little bit to Incarnation, down at half because C9 are doing Baron, and Impulse have to stop. Kalista's pushing bottom. She cannot join this fight, but it's enough poke to stop C9.
They're still on it. Rush is going to go for the steal.
They're going to drop the inhib turret. TIP still delaying them. Balls is too low to fight C9. They lose the Baron gambit. They've got to run, and the inhibitor goes down. Apollo pushes bot lane after all. High with a dodge. The Glitter Lance buying a bit more time, but can he get away? The Rush zone back. They've got to be careful. It's a 4v5. I don't know if Impulse want this fight. Impact's taking a lot of damage, and Rush is getting hit pretty hard. Incarnation runs away on the side. He's going to stay alive, but sneaky kills off Impact, and he's going to chase in. This is dangerous. It's 2 kills picked up, but Kalista's on the base. She's going for Nexus turrets. C9 have to recall now.
He's going to get one here. Oh, no, the minion's going to one out, and he can't finish it.
Oh,
the last minion.
Home guard Maokai is too scary. It's still
Is he going to get him anyway?
No,
Balls does not have flash.
Q and Durant is enough. Apollo made the right play there mechanically to get away.
Impulse.
But 2 kills for an inhibitor.
Impulse over chased a little bit to stop the backs. So an inhibitor this early on, unless Impulse are able to make that turn that into a vision play around Baron because they have pressure of the minions in bottom lane? I'm not quite sure, because sometimes an inhibitor down this early in a solo lane can sometimes just mean that your opponents farm more because your super minion is shoving all of the minions onto their side of the map, and it can be a gold swing for them.
Now,
but
that turret's super low, so you can use it as info.
True. It also does give you the ability to make a vision play on the opposite side of the map. Now Cloud9 do have their teleport, but it's all going to be in the next few minutes here for Impulse, and they go in already.
For high, the Elise getting attacked. Here's the teleport, so Balls will not have that, and he only finds Rush here in the front side, who gets his shield and gets out.
He does have ultimate.
Falls at half. Ulti used by Gate doesn't do a whole lot.
Rush heals nothing.
The R for no heal. High's ignited, not quite enough damage. There's a knock-up. Adrian in the front line. Rush buying some time. Sneaky goes for the big play. He wants Gate. He can't quite get him, though, and has nowhere to go. He will kill off Rush, but Apollo gets him back, and now Incarnation wants to be in. He will get one. LemonNation's low. Impact has no way in. It's a 2-for-1 to the advantage, but he can TP bot lane. He can go for the Nexus.
Impact's going to chase him off. They're stopping backs here. The minions will be able to take that Nexus turret, and he's going to take Balls.
He'll get Balls, but what else is going to happen here? Adrian on the side, Gates around. LemonNation did not finish the recall. Minions are in.
High went back to stop the minions. Are they going to be able to take that Nexus turret?
Yes, they will. That's a turret going down in a team fight that now is going Impulse's way. Impact was untouched, and that's a kill for Adrian. TIP have the power play. 2 moderate death timers now.
Apollo's going to be back up. They can go for Baron after this.
And Impact stopping recalls. Incarnation cannot fight for Baron either.
This is so dangerous for Cloud9. Impulse can just rush over to the Baron and burn it down.
The only chance is a steal. Sneaky still defending bot lane. Incarnation has no health, is healing up in the base right now. There's the TP in for Impact. TIP going for the Baron play.
Oh, Cloud9 got themselves into this situation. They do have a lot of vision.
And High's around the wing, but he's not got a lot of help here.
He's low on mana too.
They're all walking. There are no minions. Thankfully for C9, there's no teleport for impact, but the minions will start hitting the Nexus turrets very soon.
Rush took a lot of damage though.
And they're gonna have to back out from this one, but they're keeping C9 out of the base.
They both started up Baron. They both took a bunch of damage from it, and neither team comes out with a... Oh.
They're going to be okay. TFE knows that they have to recall and heal back on the key members. Rush, the shot caller of the squad, had to heal.
Cloud9 have to recall as well. They have to clear this other Nexus turret. A single Nexus turret goes down so quickly to a single line of super minions. Sneaky had to go back and clean this up.
And because this wave's pushing in, it's also going to crush a lot of the other waves, so all the waves are pushing in towards C9's base. It does mean farm for Cloud9 that they can acquire, but it means still the map is owned by Impulse.
It's so crazy that Cloud9 were the ones who forced it as well. Cloud9 could have just sat and put some wards down and tried to farm the extra minions coming up bottom lane, but they forced it on Baron and got themselves into this situation where they lost the Nexus turret.
And the risk did not pay off here, Kobe, and we're now sitting at a very, very close game. 10 kills to 9, 300 gold separates. Our bottom inhibitor's coming back very soon, though. In fact, there are no more super minions being spawned right now. The one in bot lane is the last one alive.
Gold dead even. Inhibitor going to be respawning very shortly.
There's no more super minions. There's that one in that one wave. That's the last super. If it's untouched, it will re-kill the inhib, but that's an unlikely scenario.
The vision has swung back in favor of Impulse, but yet again, because Cloud9 have been scrambling to repair their base.
Yeah, Impulse have stolen 3 blue buffs in a row as a result of all this. Impact's been getting him, Gate's been getting him. Incarnation has not, I think, all game basically at this point. There's the inhib back up. Tristan there's the defend. Okay, that crisis has stopped.
Yeah, he's got the static shiv now. Tristana can clear the waves really quickly.
Yeah.
That's very important for Cloud9. They do need extra wave clear.
Adrian's going Ardent Sensor next, so he's really going to buff up Apollo. Impact can turn into support, that's okay. Gate still is going to have damage no matter what, but it's a very, very buffed up Kalista.
They have to get a Maokai Twisted Advance onto Kalista. If Cloud9 cannot get a flank front ball
right now,
Apollo will rip them apart.
Probably under fire. They're going to get jumped on right now. Rush holds the front line, loses a lot of health. Twisted Advance used on the tank. Rush will get the shield back, and he doesn't quite stun balls. But now is so low, he can't really stay around anymore.
That's the problem Rush ran into last time. He got chunked down really low without using his ult, then waited too long, past the 4 seconds where it would actually heal him. Impulse do take the turret and get away cleanly, though.
And now what's next? Still a very close game. A turret pickup is nice. TIP, if they win a fight, the base is easy. There's one turret between the Nexus in the game. Yeah. There's no turret for the bottom inhibitor.
Very precarious position here for Cloud9. Bottom lane being exposed and facing a ridiculously buffed up death ball of a Kalista.
But the Azir is still scaling up, and that's always a risk. Almost 3 items.
He's been sitting on 2 items for a long time here for Incarnation.
He's got enough for NLR. He's actually pretty close to death cap now.
Okay.
Incarnation can either get a Void Staff this second, or very close to it, or get, okay, that's what he goes for. Wants the item spike right now.
Yeah, it's so risky for them because they're so exposed right now. Really hard for him to wait around for the death cap money.
No, I think it's the right choice here. Sometimes you buy slightly inefficient long-run items to have the power spike right now. I think this is definitely one of those times. It's just like buying an
elixir. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just like buying an elixir.
They need,
you need it now.
They need to stack elixirs as well. The next fight.
600 gold. From elimination or facing Team Liquid for a spot at the World Championship. 3 teams left in the running for that 3rd spot.
Death cap is completed for Impact, though, for the Lulu. Massive shields. Uh-oh, Apollo by himself. He does have river vision, though.
Yeah, spot's high.
It's full tank Elise anyway. Don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't want to go for that solo.
Kalista actually is better than normal against Elise because she can lifesteal off of the spider
yeah, exactly.
with Hurricane.
They hurt you actually. you can even double rend.
Yeah? Oh god, it's so brutal. That would suck to be the Elise there. Gate level, I couldn't read it, 15. He's actually very far from that 3rd rank ultimate. It's a valuable level up that he doesn't have.
This entire series coming down to the next team fight here. Battle over vision.
The wall.
Battle over vision is step number 1.
Leandry's poke.
Impulse cannot afford for someone to get sniped by a cocoon.
And they do not have any cleanse. They have no QSS. They don't have Mikhail's Crucible. Adrian went for the damage support build.
That opens up the window for Cloud9 to lock down Apollo. Balls has to get a good teleport off, though. He's got home guard, he's got teleport, he's got flash.
Impact's wards do not spot the Elise in this top side. He's looking to split push onto Maokai, maybe get an inhibitor down, but they do not see where Elise is.
Yeah, Impulse are winning that vision war pretty handily. Cloud9, very few deep wards. They haven't been able to get very many.
But it's enough to see Baron.
Into a good spot for balls to teleport in for a flank, though.
And how slow do Impulse want to play? They're 45 seconds away from Dragon 4. They're 7 minutes away from Dragon 5. If they can play that patiently.
Yeah, I say Cloud9, don't go into the fog of war and face check this Impulse squad. Right now, you cannot afford to face check a Dragon number 4.
Oh, the stun lands on Apollo. They're going to go in. A lot of CC layer, but he gets away. With the exhaust on, all is well. Teleports come in. That's balls in the front line.
That was actually a really bad exhaust burn.
And they're looking for a high at half health already, but it's a big rush damage. Rush is alive, pops the ulti, stays afloat. There's a poke back at creation to have, and in comes Sneaky. He wants Apollo, but is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. The kill picked up for C9, and they're still going. A double kill for Sneaky. The backline's still there.
Apollo, the one guy they can't have get hit by the cocoon, gets sniped. No cleanses on the team.
And that means Baron for Cloud9. The call for him to go towards Dragon.
They're going to try and trade and go for the Dragon stacking. They're hoping to weather through this Baron. Cloud9 should not be able to end it. They've got tier 2s to work through. Cloud9 will get a lot of gold off of this Baron, though. They can siege up. Impulse going to play for the game 5 minutes later.
All right, 41-58.
It's actually really big not to get that 6% as well for Cloud9. That was the dream start for Cloud9 as well, even though Lemon wastes the exhaust there and they don't get much time out of it. High goes in to reinitiate. Look at this dive onto Apollo, though. They know they have to take down that Kalista.
Balls leads in, and
Sneaky even jumps in for it.
Gate doesn't go for the front line. He gets Incarnation and not the Elise.
Yeah.
That would have been a first kill. And he could have threatened Sneaky, too.
It's true. Plus, he has another knockup.
Yeah, bad target selection by Gate was crucial there. Hit the front line. That's all Kalista can do. Your mid laner should do it too.
Especially since there's true damage coming off of Vel'Koz.
Right, you can crush this Maokai. You can crush the Elise.
And it's line damage. You can even go through the front line and get... All right,
TIP. They're up against Baron buff, and Sneaky is going to be very good at knocking these things down. Now, Cloud9 they're missing a dragon buff. They're actually missing the stat buff that TIP has. This gold lead lies a little bit to you. Of course, Baron's worth more. And they're making some progress here. The Janna shields are not enough. This will be the turret going down.
Flanking here from Cloud9 as well. High looking for some cocoons around the corner.
Gate tries to wave through what he can. And here comes attempt number 2. Big AoE shield. They're going to go again for the inhibitor turret itself. They will knock that down. The inhibitor's open. They get it to Apollo. Here's the engage. The knockback by Azir. And goodbye. That's the first kill. Cloud9, they want to qualify for Worlds. They need this game to get on that route. 2 kills picked up. They
5-3 with Baron here. Cloud9 can do it. They're going to go for Nexus turrets.
The reverse sweep, the second in a row. They did it against Gravity. They might just do it here against Team Impulse. 25 seconds to respawn. Here they go. Nexus turret number 1. Where's the defense? It's not there. Impulse have to give up the base. They give up the game. They give up the series. Cloud9 get the reverse sweep, and they're going to face Team Liquid.
They've done it. Currently, Cloud9 6-4. Looking to make that 9 and take that trip to Europe.
Oh, wow. I cannot believe this series just happened. 8-0 with their backs against the wall. When they have to win, Cloud9 have done it. And they move on. After a very hard-fought battle, Sneaky was the carry in the games that they really, really needed him in. The Vayne in 2 of them, the Tristana in the last one. And down the line,
Incarnation had an amazing series.
Yeah, he did.